Howdy folks, this is Jay Boone down at Emerald City Guitars with your pick of the day. And today I am looking at this really gorgeous 1967 Gibson Trini Lopez model. This guitar is all original. They did two models for Trini. They did a Trini Lopez Standard and a Trini Lopez Deluxe. And the Standard, which we're looking at here, is based more like an ES335, whereas the Deluxe looked kind of more like a Barney Kessel model with the two sharp cutaways and a bigger box, more like a big jazz box. And they did these between 1964 and 1970. In fact, they did both models during that period. Of course, Trini Lopez, he was an American-born guitarist, singer, and actor who had a bunch of hits. He had like 15 or 16 hits between like 1963 and 1968, so a bunch of hits. Just an amazing guy. And of course, Gibson, capitalizing on his popularity, decided to do a couple of Trini Lopez models, and this is what we're looking at right here. And they've become somewhat legendary, partly because Dave Grohl is known to use them in the Foo Fighters, and they kind of have a big spike in popularity due to that. But just on their own merits, they're just super cool guitars. And again, much like an ES335, semi-hollow guitar with the solid block down the middle. Your biggest difference between this and an ES335 are the sound holes. With the Trini Standard, they have the diamond sound holes. And of course, the headstock, rather than the traditional Gibson 3 on a side, they used more like the non-reverse Firebird headstock with 6 on a side. A little different inlays, the split triangle, bound fretboard. This baby here has 2 of the patent number humbuckers. Really great sound and pickups. And the same controls as an ES335 with a 3-position pickup selector switch. This one is a really beautiful sparkling burgundy finish, and they offered this in I think 3 different finishes. This one's just gorgeous. It's got a lot of finish checking in it. There are a couple little areas here on the neck that looks like it got just played a bunch, and somebody just touched up a couple little dabs to seal those exposed areas. A very distinctive part of the Trini Lopez model is this really cool badge here. You can see that says Trini Lopez model on a little piece of Brazilian rosewood on the trapeze tailpiece. This particular model was during that era when Gibson would do what they called seconds. So this has a 2 stamp there, which indicated that this guitar had probably some kind of a finish flaw coming out of the factory, maybe a bubble in the finish or some little imperfection. Doesn't mean the guitar's unplayable or flawed. It's just something in it that Gibson thought, well, this doesn't pass our test, so let's just put a 2 on there. Of course, a guitar like this, after all these years of playing, you can never know what that was exactly. But this guitar just plays and sounds great. It's a beautiful piece. Like I said, all original and ready to go. So we're gonna plug it into this Goodsell. This is the 33 Custom made by Richard Goodsell down in Atlanta, Georgia. So let's give it a shout here and see what happens. All right, I'm just gonna kick this into the bridge position pickup with a little tremolo on the amp, kind of clean, and see what she sounds like here. Sounds cool. All right, so now I got it in the neck position here, which will be a kind of a cleaner, warmer kind of sound. Then the mid position there is just kind of both of them together in the... There you have the three tones on that guitar. Beautiful. So there you go. That's my pick of the day, an original 1967 Gibson Trini Lopez Standard in sparkling burgundy. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.